Subscribe to RA Solutions by clicking on the subscribe button and clicking on the bell icon to receive notifications. Hello there, welcome to another video by RA Solutions. In this video what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to use a cool little feature in Microsoft Word where you can add one or more columns to a specific Word document without having to add or insert a table. So I've got a Word document open here with some placeholder or dummy text. So this first section, these first 3 paragraphs, I want it to be I want to show that information as one specific column. Now this one below here, I want this information to be shown in 2 specific columns, a column here and a column here on the right. So all you need to do is a simple procedure. You highlight the text you want to go into 2 columns, and at the top in the ribbon go across to where it says layout, and in layout you choose, in the page setup option here, choose columns, and in the columns you choose the number of columns you want. At the moment, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to change that specific highlighted text into 2 columns. So there you have it. Very quickly, that information now is in 2 columns. I can obviously change the justification of there. If you go back to home, change the justification of that text. So let's just justify that. You can right justify, center justify, or left justify, or I can just justify it anyway like this. So it looks very neat, and this is really useful, especially if you want to create leaflets, you want to create news articles or doing CV writing. This, using columns in your Word document, becomes ever so useful. It saves you having to create tables, inserting tables into your Word document, and this is a nice little feature. So let's change this again. Let's highlight the text here, and let's say I want to change, customize it to have have that information in 3 columns instead of 2. So at the top in the ribbon, click on layout, choose columns under the page setup option, and this time choose 3. And that information again is shown in 3 columns. Again, you can change that. Go back to layout at the top. Go again in the same page setup options section. In there you can play around with it now. Click on left and see what happens there. So the left column is narrower than the right column, and again go to columns again, choose right this time, and you have an idea of what all the different things you can do and the capability of Word in terms of changing your layout or changing the design of your Word document. Go back to columns. You can also go into more columns here and choose or change specific features of the number of columns you want there. So obviously you can choose and play around with that to your heart's content, and you can see a preview of the design of your Word document there as well. So that's a cool little way of changing the number of columns or adding columns in the middle of your text or in the middle of your document, and it nicely formats your Word document with the specific layout without having to add tables and making your Word document overcomplicated. So one more time, layout at the top, change it from 1, there's 1 column, change it to 2. That's what happens when you change it to 2 columns. You can change it to 3 columns, and so on and so forth. I hope this video has helped you. Please like, subscribe and share.